The Oregon Ducks just showed that they're playing chess, not checkers. Let's talk about it. My name's Paul.
And I'm Aaron.
And we are the Big Ten guys. Tune in daily for news, insights, analysis, anything you could ever want Big Ten. This is the channel for you. So, Aaron, tell them what they got to do.
All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out on the daily, and the like button. And if you do all those things, I guarantee you the college football season will come much quicker.
And we need that.
We need that. We need it so bad. So anyways, big news in Eugene is they are getting recruits on recruits on recruits. But, Paul, more specifically, they're getting a specific type of recruit because we know Oregon has been at the precipice different years, different times where they are obviously cementing themselves as a blue blood program, trying to win a national championship. And I think, Paul, they are breaking through with how they are recruiting, and we're going to jump into it right here. So specifically, here we go. I should hit the right button, and then we're going to be good. Boom. There we go. Specifically, we look at all the big-time recruits that are coming in, and the one key factor you're going to see is the fact that a lot of them are secondaries, or as part of the secondary, so cornerbacks and safeties, as well as edge rushers. Let's be honest. The big dog in the Big Ten last year, Ohio State, and it doesn't look like they're stopping much. And what do they do well at, Paul?
Just ridiculous receivers.
Ridiculous.
They are wide receiver U right now, and nobody can stop it. And, to be fair, we should add, Oregon was the other big dog in the Big Ten last year.
Sure.
We don't want to slight you, Oregon
don't want to
fans.
slight Oregon.
But if you're Oregon right now and you're looking around the Big Ten thinking like, okay, who's going to be the team to beat for the next few years? This pains me to say as a Michigan fan because, I hope Michigan's right there with them. But right now, you got to look at the defending national champs and you got to look at Jeremiah Smith pulling Oregon's pants down on the national stage last year in the Rose Bowl and everybody else they played. They have ridiculous receivers, and it's not stopping with Jeremiah Smith. He might be the best one they have, but they have 5 stars already lined up in the next upcoming recruiting class. They're just going to keep being ridiculous there, and Oregon is trying to prepare for that.
100%. And I will say, as a Michigan State fan, I would love if you could just slide one 5-star recruit our way. We would love it. We'd appreciate it.
4-star would be nice.
4-star would be nice. Even a low-end 4-star we will take. But specifically, too, with Ohio State, they come back with Julian Sayin. A lot of people say his comp is someone like a J.J. McCarthy. So the man can throw, the man can run. He can do it all. And then, obviously, to pair him with Jeremiah Smith and other wide receivers like Tate and Ennis, who have a ton of potential to be some of the next best great wide receivers. Oregon is making a smart investment in getting secondary players as well as edge rushers. So in the secondary front, you look at Devon Benjamin, who just signed with the Ducks. Big move for them. And what's crazy, too, is if you jump into, and most of you guys probably already see this, are on the see all this stuff. But Dakorien Moore, number 1 recruit in this class, more-to-more connection. We've talked about that in other videos. It's going to be big this year for the Ducks and moving forward. But you look at the other top 3, cornerback, safety. Listen, they want one of the best and are building one of the best secondaries in college football, in the Big Ten in college football, and that is going to help them defeat the big dogs. And obviously last year they did. They beat Ohio State in the regular season. Yeah. But we're talking in the playoffs, deep run in the playoffs. Obviously, Ohio State figured something out against the Oregon Ducks that made them do what they did in the Rose Bowl. Or Ohio State was just playing mad after a certain team beat them. I can't remember that certain team's name. But then you jump into this year's recruiting class and this upcoming year, so 2026, and we still see, Jet Washington, and then obviously we talk about Benjamin, but then we jump into Anthony Jones, edge rusher. Again, need pressure off the edge, elite pass rushers, and if you don't have that paired with a great secondary, your defense it's not going to be ideal against these top tier programs like your Ohio State, like this year Penn State, like the Michigan Wolverines. I would love to throw in Michigan State, but they're not. They're not there. They're not there. Someday, Paul.
But yeah, I mean, for Anthony Jones, first off, his nickname is Tank. And anytime you have somebody on either line who's nicknamed Tank, personally, I think that's a good sign.
It's not a bad
But
sign.
in all seriousness, Sharon Moore, for Michigan's coach, was just talking at Big Ten Media Days, how do you stop Jeremiah Smith? And he was just like, you don't. You stop their quarterback. You need to put pressure on Julian Sayin. Obviously, you can get all the corners and safeties in the world, and Oregon's doing that, and will stop most of these guys. But your Jeremiah Smiths of the world, you need a little something extra. And having a guy like Tank Jones who can disrupt Sayin and disrupt Drew Aller, although I suppose Aller won't be there next year when Tank Jones is there. But
Right.
insert quarterback here. Whatever guy Anthony Jones is pass rushing is going to have a tough time even getting the football out to their receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when Michigan finally took down Ohio State, it was because of Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, Mason Graham. Like, they got to the quarterback nonstop. And so not only is Oregon getting just the most ridiculous secondary we've seen in college in a while, they got the college version of the no-fly zone. I know you guys in the West Coast remember the no-fly zone, but they're assembling a really impressive defensive line to go along with it.
And it's going to be a problem. And we've talked other videos too, where again, Oregon's recruiting classes are up there with some of the nation's best colleges, and there's a huge correlation between your recruiting class and the likelihood you winning a national championship. Again, there's always outliers of teams who made the 14 playoff that made it, but they weren't a top five recruiting class,
Yeah.
maybe top 10. I want to say top 5 specifically, but that's far in between. Now, I know we're in the 12-team playoff, but national championship recruiting, it's right there. And Dan Lanning doing a crazy job. Also here, just have to add this because it's crazy. Dan Lanning makes recruiting history with latest 5-star commit. And so now that makes it a total number of 5-star commits, which is
Just absurd.
that's crazy. Again, I can tell you, and you're gonna laugh at me, and you're just like, why does this guy keep talking about Michigan State? But I just want to how good Oregon has it, how good you got it is. I can name you the past 2 5-star recruits Michigan State has got. William Golston, who
And Malik McDowell.
Malik McDowell. Yeah, Malik McDowell, again, if you remember, if you know anything about the Pacific Northwest football in the Seahawks, I don't even think he played a snap there, but he was drafted there. He was a great player for Michigan State when he was on the field. William Golston, he still plays for the Buccaneers.
Hey, there you go.
Won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. I mean, 2 5-star. Listen, you're a 5-star at Michigan State, we'll wine and dine you. Red carpet rolled out. You get anything you want. Shoot, you're a starting offensive tackle 5-star. You want to play quarterback? We'll get you in at quarterback, okay? So, anyways, just to show, this just adds right here. Oregon is doing all the right things. It's a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of time they push into a deep run in the playoffs and winning a national championship.
Yeah, and you look at the 2026 rankings, they are currently above Ohio State. They're above Michigan. They're above Penn State. Only team in the Big Ten above them is USC. But I think we all know Lincoln Riley is not developing there like Dan Lanning is at Oregon. Mm-hmm. He's a great developer of talent. He's bringing in the top talent there is. And now we're seeing he's bringing in the right talent to beat the teams in the Big Ten in front of him.
Yeah, so things are looking up, Oregon. Buckle up. Things are going to be getting crazy this year and the years to come. So comment below. Tell us what you think. What recruit are you most excited for in Eugene? We would love to hear it. Paul, you got anything else?
Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get alerts on. We got a lot more Oregon and Big Ten content coming.
Don't miss out. Peace.
See ya.